Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Techno tutorial. Today we'll be looking at the awesome and very powerful mod called Modular Powersuits. Okay guys, this mod has a lot to offer and is very versatile and awesome. Can do most anything in the game that armor could and so much more. So let's take a look at this thing real quick. Here we go. Okay guys, the 6 things you're going to want to start off with when you're doing power armor is you're going to obviously get a power armor tinker table. Now this thing will allow you to customize and modify your armor. And without this thing, power armor would be pretty much lame. I mean, look at that. That doesn't even break it. It's worse than your fist. So what you're going to do is make these power tools. The power fist, the power armor chest plate, the power armor boots, power armor helmet, and the power armor leggings. I would recommend going with the power fist first, just so you can get some mining and all that good stuff. Here's the recipes, here's the recipes, and more recipes, more recipes, and more recipes, and the last recipe. Okay, so now that you've seen that, actually let me, oops, I kind of screwed that up there. Here's the recipes for power armor tinker table. You're going to need this for sure. There's no way you can get around not having this. Okay, so once you're in the interface, you're going to want to click on whatever you want to modify. And in this case, let's go to our power fist. So what do you want? You can look over this and see what you're going to need, and then you can look that up in NEI. If you don't know what NEI is, go check that out in my NEI tutorial spotlight video. Pretty good. And what you're going to want to do is, well, what do you want? If you want an axe, let's actually, in creative mode, you can just spawn this stuff in without needing the materials. Okay, so let's just grab an axe, okay? Not really useful since we're underground, but you can overclock this, makes it go faster. Radius increases the radius at which it can harvest the wood. I've actually had some problems with this when I was tree breeding. I would accidentally chop down the bottom log and all the logs around it would fall. Kind of a nuisance, but I think it's still awesome. So I would recommend using this if you're going to do like a tree farm, a manual tree farm. And obviously you're going to want the overclock to be the maximum unless you really don't have enough energy to do that. Which is what brings me to my next thing, the batteries. You can do basic, advanced, or elite. I like to start off with elite, even though it's a bit more weight. I mean, as you can see, it's 2 kilograms. That's 2 kilograms. Oh, maybe they are all the same. Yeah, they are. So I would recommend going with the elite, because it just is a lot more storage for just a better price. So it goes up to 10. Let's see what this one goes up to. Oh, they both go up to 10. Yeah, so I would highly recommend the elite battery if you have the materials. And once you got that, you could go charge it up in an MFE, an electric. Hold on. What's it called? I keep forgetting. It's from Thermal Expansion. It was just added. It was a really new block. It is an energetic infuser. Yeah, you can charge it up in one of these, power it with Buildcraft. You can do, I believe, universal electricity. Basically just a bunch of stuff that you can use. So yeah, let's install this battery here. Actually go back into creative mode, install this battery, and IC2 tier is what tier it allows it to pick up energy from. So if you want, you know, an MFE, you would go to tier 2. I would just recommend putting it at exactly 2, just to be sure, because I don't really know how the in the middle works. So if 1 is a bat box, 2 is an MFE, and 3 is an FSU. I think if you put it at 3, you cannot accept from a bat box or MFE. It just does not work. So increasing the battery size will actually increase the weight, which slows you down, which is an important note for agility and mobility, and that could be surely a negative. That's also why I hate some of the upgrades. So yeah, the axe is pretty generic. The pickaxe, pretty generic. Overclocking. Shovel, overclocking. I mean, make it go faster. Shears, overclocking. I don't even know what that's really used for. I mean, it does shear a little bit faster, but that's not really worth it. I mean, I guess it is. I mean, it's just a little bit like strategy. Search radius. I screwed this up in my multiplayer world. Or my stream multiplayer world thing. I don't really stream on it much because I don't have time. But yeah, I screwed this up and I put it for 8 meters, and that's 8 meters in the radius, which is like half the circle. So I got like a giant thing. When I wanted to till one ground, I accidentally tilled like quite a bit. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You know, whatever really fits you the best, you know, you can do. So, I mean, you know, that's a pretty useful upgrade. It doesn't add any weight. Lux capacitor, one of my favorites, okay? And what it does is when you throw, there's just little throwable torches. So, you know, you want like, oh, well, I want a torch over there. Pew! There's just a place, it's a throwable torch. It's really awesome. That's one of my favorite upgrades. It's really cheap, too. A glowstone dust and 2 iron. Just, come on, seriously. Prototype Omni Wrench basically does the same stuff as an Omni Wrench. I mean, that's pretty useful. Pretty useful. Ore scanner, I haven't really used this, but I guess we can try it out. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. One thing that I didn't know how to do, and I was really confused on, was how to get this little, screen thing that you see, like, right over my thing here. Like, now it's selected the Omni Wrench. I was really confused on how to do this at first. And what you gotta do is shift click, left shift, and then scroll with your mouse wheel by default. I don't really know how if you didn't do it like that. Yeah, so here's the ore scanner. I'm not really sure how that works. Pretty cool though. Just little gadgets. Leaf blower. It blows the leaves and plants away. So if you got leaves on trees, it just basically erases them. It's basically like a really quick disposal method of leaves, and it just drops the saplings too. Really quite useful. I like it a lot. I mean, if you want to do a really quick tree farm, axe and have the leaf blower on that thing, and you can get rid of it really quick. Flint and steel, you know, pretty generic and awesome. Electric tree chop. I don't use it in the Unleash pack just because of rubber trees. They give you wood and rubber. Pretty useful. Multimeter. Integrated. I don't actually know what that is. Okay, is it just for like power, I guess? I'm not actually sure what this does. Can you measure power along this thing? Oh, you can. Not sure what that means. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So you can install all these things. Grafter, obviously for forestry trees, they need to be put in the treelizer first. MFS field teleporter, pretty cool. Field tinker. This is basically like having one of these in your inventory. You can scroll down to this thing, boom, and you've got one in your inventory. Diamond drill upgrade, pretty awesome. Actually, I don't even know what this is used for. I mean, I can't do anything with it. Weird. But diamond drill upgrade makes it go faster and allows you to mine obsidian. Pickaxe module to work. So you have to have the pickaxe to get the diamond drill. Aqua affinity mine faster underwater. I would honestly highly recommend that. It's a little bit glitched of a crafting table, but then this is also one of my favorite things, is you can scroll to this little crafting table, which is very useful. Torch placer, I don't find it necessary with the lux capacitor, just because they look cool and they don't require coal or sticks. Melee assist. Carry through is basically knockback. Impact is the actual points of damage. So as you can see here, knockback is 1 point and melee is 10 points, causing 130 joules of stuff. Plasma cannon. Amperage. Energy per tick. I'm not actually sure what this means. Voltage, I think, is the charge up rate. You can actually charge this thing up, and I'll show you in a second. Railgun, one of my favorite things. It is awesome. Blade launcher, pretty cool. Lightning summoner, awesome. It is awesome, but I would not recommend to have that allowed in the multiplayer servers. Blink drive, pretty easy. I mean, you can just boop all the way over here now. Really quite cool. It's awesome. Actually, it's really awesome. So let's just get some zombies. Zombies, 'cause they're easy. They're pretty simple. Just spawn some zombies. They won't burn or anything, 'cause they cool. Okay, so let's use this blade launcher. We just got 5 points of damage off them. Pew, 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 pew. It really looks kind of funny, too. Going like that, and you can just see the blades chopping through them. Oh, railgun, one of my favorite shot things. You can go like that. It really uses a lot of, as you can see, this little bar over here. The blue bar on the right side, right below my mini-map, is how much energy you have. And the lava next to it is how much heat you have produces. And if it goes beyond that, let me show you here. You will start burning, and you will overheat, and you will eventually die from lava. So, not a good idea to overheat your suit. But there is a way to kind of remedy that. And I'm just kind of going crazy with this. But let me show you now the plasma cannon. So you charge this thing up, as you can see here. Now it's like pulsing, and boom. It's like a creeper. It doesn't. I don't think it causes damage to blocks, but it's really fun to play with. Boom. I honestly recommend the railgun, unless you're facing like silverfish or something, because those are like weak enemies. Sorry, guys. Yeah, those are weak enemies. Lightning summoner summons lightning, but is really, really damaging to your heat, as you can see. And I believe it also has a cool. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't have a cooldown. It requires a lot and a lot of energy. Holy crud, that requires a lot of energy. Yeah, so if you want to have some fun, I would recommend using that thing, because that's awesome. That is awesome. And these are fun to throw. Yeah. So, going back to our power and tinker table, I actually want to look at how much that took up, because, jeez, that was cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, that took up literally all of my power in 5 seconds. Wow. Yeah, we got the blink drive, so that's pretty much it for the power fist. The iron plating, diamond plating, and energy shield, I would recommend using the energy shield, because it does not give weight. Heat sink is to increase the heat level, so your suit doesn't overheat as quick. Apiarist armor is basically so you don't get poisoned by your bees. Thermal generator, go in lava, and you basically make heat. But don't burn yourself, because that'd be silly. Elite batteries, I've already shown you what they do. Parachutes, basically just slows your descent. Defaults to shift. Glider, pretty cool. Doesn't require any power, I don't think. Just glides. Sneak forward. Yeah, I do that a lot. Jetpack, one of my favorite things. It does cost a lot, but it is pretty neat. And if you actually just put it on your back there, then you will see that I do, in fact, can in fact fly. You won't actually fly this fast if you have that much stuff on. If you have a lot of stuff on, but it is pretty cool. Magnet. I don't know why you would really need this. I honestly just don't. I don't use this magnet. I mean, it continuously drains power. So I haven't really tried it. You could try it out. Use your personal preference. Active camouflage just means you are basically invisible, which is pretty cool. Random carrot. Duh, random carrot. Yeah. So you're basically invisible, and if I go like this, you can't see my fist. It's pretty cool. I recommend using that if you're on a PvP server and you just want to troll somebody. Cooling system. Cools the heat producing modules quicker. This thing is pretty cool. Mob repulsor, haven't used that. Water tank, you're gonna want a water tank, but I would recommend just using 200 buckets, not anymore. Yeah, so I'd recommend using the cooling system and the water tank. And it adds a third bar. And you can go stand in like a water pool and that'll fill it up to 200 buckets or however many you set that to. So that's pretty much it for that. And yep, so you got the same things, except you got jet boots and shock absorbers. You will need shock absorbers if you have a jetpack. Don't even risk it. Don't even risk it. I don't really use jet boots, but I haven't really tried them. They're just a cheaper version of the jetpack. Solar generators, haven't tried that. Don't know how much it produces or any of that stuff. Water electrolytes are pretty useful, pretty cheap also. You don't run out of air underwater, which is pretty good in addition to the water or the aqua affinity that makes you mine faster underwater. Auto feeder. So if you got bread in your inventory and whatever in the bottom leftmost food item, so basically if you put the power tool right here, I'm not actually sure if you can see my cursor or not, but if you put the power fest here and then you put bread here, it will select the bread and it will store the food and then you can make it the most efficient, you know, pretty useful. Binoculars, night vision. So you can see in the night. I would not recommend this because it confuses you. It will confuse you, and then you will be like, why are there mobs spawning? And you'll realize it's nighttime. So do what you want with that. I haven't tried this. I believe you can do like really cool stuff with this, like monitor your Twitch followers and stuff, which could be useful to me, but I just don't know how to do it. Binoculars, kind of like this feature. Oh, it's not. Okay, yeah, that might be Optifine. But you can basically zoom in on an area. Flight control, I don't recommend it. I don't know, I just don't like it. Clock, who cares? To be honest, that's just me. Compass, I use the waypoints mod. Orometer, it could be useful. I just don't use Homecraft. Yeah, probably not the best explainer of this. Kinetic generator. Basically, when you run fast, you will generate power. Pretty cool, but I believe it overheats quickly. Sprint assist makes you run fast. Compensation is, you know, if you've got a lot of weight, it will actually use the power to do that. So, hold on. Let me actually put the boots or the legs on, and you can see how fast that runs. And then you can jump. It's pretty cool. I really like it. Jump assist. You can jump higher. Yay. Whee. Let's take my jetpack off just to show you. Whee. That's pretty cool. Swim boost makes you swim faster, obviously. Uphill step boost. Kind of annoying at times, but really quite useful. If you're traversing land, you don't even have to jump. It just automatically places you on top of that block. Swim boost. Yeah. So, chest plate. I've shown you that. Yeah, so this has pretty much been it. There's a lot of versatility in this mod. It's actually pretty cheap to charge this stuff up, and I love flying around, and I am so used to it that I honestly get really mad when I don't have this installed and I'm using it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. I hope you find it useful. If you got any questions or tutorial ideas, post them in the comments or PM me. Either way will work. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and this has been Captain Techno. Peace out.